All right, good evening and welcome back to the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite, Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. The match plays portion, round 1 and 2 for the under 15 and under 20-year-olds. It's going to get underway here on Channel 2. We're going to have the under 20 and under 15 girls showcase. The under 20 pair will be on 49 and 50. Under 15 on 51 and 52. We'll have a quick recap of the folks competing here in just a minute, but we're in practice right now. We'll be starting up in just a few minutes, so thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be on to bowling in just a minute or two. All right, and just like that, we are ready for double elimination match play here. These matches are 2 games total pinfall. We'll be competing on the 39-foot WTBA soul pattern. And joining us in the booth here for at least the first match is going to be the guy who did the lanes this week, of all people, Mr. Eric Pearson, also the USBC Women's Championships tournament manager, does a few of the short duration events, and here we are at one of your favorite, because you get to push the Kegel Flex machine around a little bit.
It's a lot of fun.
But welcome, Eric Pearson.
How's it going, Aaron?
Going very well. We're ready for some exciting action. We've gone through 10 games already today, and now we are into double elimination match play. So similar to Queens, similar to Masters, Senior Queens. So should be exciting.
2-game match, same pair. Winner moves on. Loser does go to an elimination bracket.
That is correct. So it looks like we're making some decisions on who's going to start here in our under 20 match on lanes of 49 and 50 to your left. Shanoa Rhodes was the number 2 seed overall. She's going to match up against Rebecca Fisher, the 15 seed. Shanoa also gets an automatic bid onto Team USA as one of the top 2 overall. She's joined in that honor by Melanie Hannon, a Cheektowaga local young lady.
Yep, hometowner, yep.
Trying to get Eric Pearson situated. It's like
Am I adjusted a little better there?
much better.
All right.
There we go. We got you.
Right-handed set of headset. What's
Yeah,
the matter with you?
That's true. I should have been prepared. If only I knew.
You have my headset on.
All right, and in our under 15 match, we have the number 1 overall seed, Ashley Chanel out of Morris Chapel, Tennessee, taking on the last young lady to make it in, Madison Janik of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But here's the nice part about double elimination match play. It doesn't matter what you ended up with, as long as you make it to the field. And these ladies have certainly done their work in the under 20 division. More than 600 ladies entered, cut it down to 86 last night, down to 48 earlier today, down to 16 now.
Yeah, so we have 16 in each category, right? There's 4 different age groups out here, boys and girls, so. Top 2 bowlers from each category have an automatic spot on the team.
From qualifying,
Correct.
that is correct. And then
The 2 winners in the bracket here will advance. And then 2 selections.
that is correct. We will take 6th overall from the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships. And the 4 final spots on the team will be determined through USBC Team USA trials in January. That's a long time from now. We're worried about what's going on right here. So
Well, so far a lot of some light hits. They just came off of the last round of qualifying, was on a 35 foot pattern, Beijing.
earlier today they were on the, well, except for the under 15, they bowled on it last night, but also here at AMF Airport Lanes here in Cheektowaga. But for the under 20s, they bowled on a 44-foot pattern to start today, so they've hit everything in between at this point. Started with 44, went down to 35 now, right in the middle in 39. So we certainly needed a ton of versatility to make it through the first cut, and then today we're putting you through the real test here. So we'll see how these ladies respond. Once again, 2-game matches, total pinfall advances.
You not have to believe that the scoring pace is going to be quite a bit lower. The longer pattern in the mooring plays very nice. London. I happened to wander in earlier today, and a lot of the guys I know said the lanes are playing very nice. Especially if you were matched up right in the middle of the lane. Obviously with 44 feet, even a little bit of hold area, so that had some pretty good scores. And then you turn that around and bowl on the short pattern with a lot of hook, and that can tend to be high scoring. So this, I would think, right in the middle, you're going to see some things come down a little bit. It might just have to be a hair sharper on their shot making.
All right, we've seen Chanel get some lower count here in her first few shots, but has managed to stay clean over on 49 and 50. We actually got to see Rebecca in one of her final games before we cut to match play. Put together a nice, I want to say 220 performance.
Okay.
So, and ended up being the 15 overall seed, so just enough to make it another round here. Actually looks like the same ball that she was using on the 35-foot pattern. Runs a little high, leaves the 4-7 there.
Yeah, I didn't see much bowling this week. Very busy week just doing lanes. Lots of squads. So a lot of get the lanes done and get out of the building for a while they're bowling. So other than sticking around and watching practice sessions and just trying to get a grasp on the talent of the players, I didn't really watch a whole lot of qualifying squads. But so, a few familiar names on the girls' side here in the bracket, and then a lot of names on the boys' side, familiar names.
Certainly so. On the girls' side, especially the under 20 division, just looking at the list, Caitlin Simpson, a standout at Pikeville. Brittany Smith was, I believe, the Collegiate Rookie of the Year at Grandview. Elizabeth Colkin over at Nebraska, fantastic anchor bowler for them this year. And, of course, you can't forget last year's defending champion, Julia Bond, making it into the top 16 again. And I want to give a big shout-out to Stephanie Schwartz out of Racine, Wisconsin.
Yep.
Look at those last 3 games. We're looking at the games 23, 24, 25 on bowl.com/juniorgold. 201, 249, and 245 to sneak into the cut number by 2 pins. So quite a performance.
Yeah, we were getting ready to oil, and her dad walked by, and he thought at that point she had missed by like 1 or 2 pins. They thought she was the next spot down, actually, and yeah, that's a huge move there. Almost 100 over the last 3.
Certainly a nice performance, and we actually caught her for the 249 game here on Bowl TV, and she looked absolutely dialed, so I knew she was a little bit further back in the pack to start the day. But yeah, talk about a great finish to keep your junior gold dreams alive. Over on 49 and 50, Rebecca gave Chanel an opening with the split in the 4th frame. See how Rhodes responds. Great shot.
Yep.
She's been right around the top of the standings all week so far. Actually led coming into this last round by a single pin over Shelby Durr. Now she's already earned the spot on Junior Team USA, and that's got to take a little bit of pressure off as well, I would imagine.
Yep.
Let's see if she can make it a double and put some distance here in the opening match. Mixes them up in our under 15 match. Ashley Chanel out to a very big lead early on here. Madison Janik still looking for her first mark. Possibly a few jitters after sneaking into the last spot of the cut. So she'll have her work cut out for her in the last game and a half. She takes care of the 6-pin though to get on the board. Rebecca answers with a double of her own after the split in the 4th. Now, Eric, you've not only gotten to work this tournament as the lane guy, but you've also had the opportunity to check out this tournament as a very interested father, keeping track of your son and daughter.
Very nerve-wracking.
In years in the past, Chris, your son Chris, I know has been a member of Team US or Junior Team USA in the past, and has had some nice finishes here, making it to this top 16 round. It was a little different back then.
Yep.
It was all round robin.
Correct.
But,
yeah. They bowled an 8-game block in the morning, and then came back for 8 more, and just kept adding up the pins.
But as a parent, obviously, I had a great support of parents watching this week. Just kind of talk about what it is or how it feels to be on that side for these folks possibly getting to experience this for the first time.
Yeah, for me, it was totally nerve-wracking. It's much easier to be out there bowling, and you want to help, you want to give advice, do what you can, but you want to stay out of the way too, because they're the ones bowling, they're the one that has a feel for the lanes, and for me, it took a good 2-3 tournaments to learn how to really learn how to communicate the right way to get the most out of the kids. As much as I wanted to walk up and say, you need to stand here and throw this ball or that ball, they're the one out there bowling, so it has to be what they want. They have to see it or understand that that's what they need to be doing. So for me, it was hard to. It took a while to get used to saying, well, what do you think you need to do, or how does it feel out there? Do you need to move? Would a ball change make more sense? It's always easier standing back here. The real hard part was doing the lanes and then knowing they were at a different center and not being able to go watch at all. Knowing you couldn't drive too far away because you had to be back at the other center to re-oil for the next squad. So, here in Buffalo the last time was one of Christopher's, I think it was his second tournament. Maybe it was his third, but do lanes and try to drive to the next nearest center to watch at least 2, maybe 3 games, and then get back. And that was even harder because then you're not there and you're just curious as to how they're doing. And best thing is just to stay positive, pat them on the back, and try not to get in the way too much. Let the kids have their experience and have them walk away from it. Whether they have good scores or not, it's ultimately just a good experience, and it's always a building block. I think if you just approach it that way, it's much more enjoyable, not too much pressure on them. For me, that's probably how my kids felt, that they had that extra, there was that extra pressure to do well. And then I know, at least on Christopher's side, he didn't like me trying to give advice or help because maybe in his mind, there was, I don't know, some secret advice that I could give that another parent couldn't, but I never felt that way. There's no secret shot on the lane or secret angle to be playing. The patterns are what they are, and sometimes I wish I had more ball knowledge back then. But that's what made it so rewarding when he did do well. I tried not to be there to help him on every single shot or every single game. And usually it was when he struggled or maybe had a bad game or 2 games in a row where he felt like he was losing ground. That's when I would walk over and say, what's going on? What are you seeing? Just try to support more than anything else. Kids put a lot of pressure on themselves.
They certainly do. Obviously, when you make it out to this event, we had Kim Kearney on a little bit ago during the last block, and she kind of talked about how for a tournament like this, it's probably best to have stepping stone goals. Whether it's make the first cut.
Yep.
If you come in this kind of environment, it's so overwhelming as it is. I mean, we nearly had 2,500 participants overall this year in under 20, under 15, and under 12 competition. In between all the practice and getting lined up and the houses being packed, it's pretty overwhelming just before you even throw in the first score. So to overcome all that and to come out here certainly is you got to take it one step at a time. And the folks who are watching now have found a way to them that Chanel is taking advantage of a few opens here on 49 and 50. She's built herself up a nearly 40-pin lead.
40 pins, yep.
Madison made up a little ground in our under 15 match with a double in the 7th and the 8th. Looks like she's finally gotten a little more comfortable out there after 4 opens to start, but she still finds herself 42 down going into the 10th.
Yeah, she could really use a double here at the end. And try to get to high 160s. 170. She gets around the ball great. Soft hand. That's a great shot.
Sends all 10 back, so 171 still out there, which the way that game started probably didn't look like that was going to be too possible without a big finish, but she is certainly showing up.
Yeah, two late doubles here would be a really, really nice recovery. Give her a little bit of confidence.
Shot a little inside off her hand and does not hold line, leaves the 6-10. In our other match, Rebecca could really use a double of her own to get into the 160s. Gets the first one. Shanoa so far clean through 9, despite some iffy count to start the match. Looks like she made a ball change and got pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, I think your stepping stones advice is right on. Don't go shooting for the world. I mean, I know, like when my kids first came, well, back then I think kids could still be 21, 22 years old in boulder tournaments. So I want to say Christopher was out here maybe 16, maybe 17, and you just don't realize the difference back then of someone that age as opposed to someone who's been to 4 or 5 of these, and they're 20, 21.
I think that's one of the cool, unique features of adding the extra age divisions in the recent years. Gives the kids also a chance not to be too overwhelmed by the idea. If you're, like I said, even at 16, coming in against some of these kids who are, 19, 20.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to have these kids that are in the U15. They're going to get 2 or 3 of these under their belt, and then when it is finally time to step up and play with the older kids, that whatever you want to call it, the jitters or the lack of understanding of how high level it is, they'll already have some of that. They'll already have that experience of going through the motions and realizing they're going to be in 3 different centers, and you might not match up in all 3 of them, and somebody at bowl next to you has got the world, and you figure, I just got to grind out on this shot or this house, and hopefully I'll get all my pins on tomorrow's pattern. They'll gain all that. Oh, the names went away up there.
Looks like they had to do that for another pair here, so I think they're on top of it. So there'll be a brief delay in our under 15 match on 51 and 2. The flag representative of a pair needing assistance, so the volunteers can help out. We got someone down there already, so I think they're going to.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to pop in initials for the bowlers, make it quick.
So a 37-pin lead for Shanoa Rhodes in the opening match against Rebecca Fisher, and 38 pins for Ashley Chanel over Madison Janik. So yeah, the names disappeared on the other pair as well, so there I got someone down there working on 51 and 2.
Looks like a couple of bowling center staff that know how to type names quick are already on it.
Once again, we are watching round 1 of match play here at the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championship.
You got 2 rounds tonight?
2 rounds tonight.
So yes. This second game here, and then the winners and contenders will all bowl another match. So all the same kids come back right away. So kind of similar to how we do the Masters and the Queens. Get a couple rounds out of the way the same day. Well, we used to do it the same day as the Cashers round. Now with 3 days of qualifying, all the match play starts on day 4. It's a little bit easier on everybody. A little more time to get the brackets set, get the names in the system, things like that.
Looks like we're also in 51 and 2, already good to go on 49 and 50. So we are starting game 2 of round 1 of match play here at the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. This is Aaron Smith, joined in the booth by Eric Pearson, the USBC Women's Championships tournament manager, also helps out with the lane crew here for some of our short duration events, as well as fills the tournament manager role for I'm not even sure all the tournaments you do handle the tournament manager role
out of
for,
the short duration, Masters Queens, the Senior Queens. And then I get to do lanes for the Senior Masters, the Junior Gold, and the Team USA Trials. So I get to mix it up a little bit.
Well, there we go. There's the rundown. That's the Eric Pearson resume.
Keeps me on the road during the year, huh?
It certainly does. You get to see quite a few events, and we can get you away from the cheese state. So
this is a fun one here. Look forward to it. We have obviously now the tournament's grown with the different age categories or groups. We actually have 6 different centers now. So that just means 6 lane guys and 12 lane machines. So I got to say our crew of guys this year were phenomenal. I don't know of any issues at any of the centers. Nothing ran behind. No issues on the lanes, no issues with machines. We got to use, as you said earlier, the Kegel Flex machines.
Kegel is the official lane maintenance provider here for the USBC Junior Gold Championships, and many of our other events as well. So I want to thank them for their continued support.
Yeah, I was going to try and put together a spreadsheet, but just the bowling center that I did, I was at one of the smaller ones where the girls were. So 36 lane center, 2 machines, so I burned 2 lanes each. So I did 40 lanes every time I oiled. So 720 lanes, I used 5 gallons of oil for the week. And I was a small center. So picture here at airport was 66, almost twice as many lanes. Just crazy.
That's a lot of oil.
It's a lot of oil and cleaner. But everything got timed out nice, just a nice break. Get the machines plugged in, recharged for the next go-around. Sunday's a little rough because we have 6 practice sessions and we oil fresh for all of them. That's the rough day. You just feel like you're nonstop. You're in a crazy circle just going round and round. But then the qualifying days are wonderful. Nice, easy pace.
Looks like we need assistance on 49 and 50. Great shot there by Madison. Of course, this is double elimination match play, so even if you may have felt the first round jitters here, first time you've actually been bowling heads up against someone else here in this tournament as well, you still get a chance to stay alive, although a much longer road to get to the finals. But it's nice to have that one in your back pocket just in case.
Yep.
Whether it's maybe you just catch a bad pair, take a little while to get loose and you lose a few frames, whatever it may be.
So the 2 bowlers that will make it to the match play final, obviously one of them will be undefeated.
That is correct.
Right? Does the other bowler then have to, do they just bowl a match and someone wins and someone loses and finishes second? Because at that point they both make the team anyway.
Well, to win the junior gold title, though, it is a true double elimination format. So by the time we get to the finals, you will have to, if you lost once, you will have to win twice. So.
Okay.
And of course, all that will be broadcast live on Bowl TV tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. We'll have the rest of the match play rounds. We will also have the finals of the under-12 division. And then we'll cap the day off with the upper divisions, the 15 and under and the 20 and under. And we'll have the 2 channels set up once again. Lucas Wiseman currently on Channel 1. Here we are on Channel 2. So first time in Bowl TV history we've ran 2 broadcasts out of 1 center at the same time. So giving you the option to run back and forth. So we appreciate everyone taking some time and tuning in here. All right, Madison looking at a tough spare here on lane 52.
Nice pickup.
She's going to need to start striking or get some help from Ashley here. Down 38 after game 1.
Yeah, just the ball she gets off her hand nice and lets it float to the right. She's got plenty of ball to get the ball around the corner and hit. It's just if she just cuts it a little short, there's no help. The ball's going to go high. So just needs to relax and feed it to the right.
Almost held line enough, but still ran a little bit high there, leaving. Fortunate just to have the 6-pin up there. Looks like we're good to go on 49.50. Here's Shanoa. Great shot. Showing why she's earned her spot on the team already.
Yeah, I think she's got firm ball speed. So her ability to kind of keep the ball on line, she's going to keep it in play on this. She's got to like her chances through all the match play. Again, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing tomorrow, but I would have to assume once we get to the bracket, it's the same pattern. I don't know. I just push the buttons, I'm told, this week.
Yeah, it looks like the pattern does not change the rest of the way out, so 39-foot sole pattern from the WTBA, 25 mils.
Most of it, just about all of it's in the forward. Only 4 2-2s, but there's a lot of wide oil there. A couple 5s, a 6, so. Nice blended pattern. Looking at that, I would think most of the players should be to the right. But really no kind of build-up that's going to guide the ball.
It's a nice shot by Madison, but might be too little too late for this match. Ashley still clean. She also had that 38-pin buffer to start game 2 here. Rebecca, the lone lefty we are featuring right now. She's working on a strike. She's going to need a few more. Also down by nearly 40 pins, 37. Great shot there on 49. Not going away just yet.
Yeah, pretty straightforward style there for a lefty. Just kind of get it off the hand, let it get down the lane, and it revs up quite a bit on the back. It's just doesn't try to do too much to it. Lets the ball do the work, and see what she can. If she can throw a couple more here, could get interesting.
Once again, only 2-game matches. Traditionally, at some of the adult tournaments, we see 3 games in this format, but kids have already had a long day.
Yep.
There's an open in the 5th from Rhodes. So all of a sudden, that match has definitely gotten interesting.
Yeah, those 30 pins just went away with another strike. See if she can bounce back here.
Good shot, a little high, leaves the 9-pin. Definitely wasn't tentative with that one, though. Stayed aggressive, and that might be it for Madison Janik right there. Could have used a little help on the 4-7-9.
I would have liked to see now if she would have just played maybe another 3 or 4 boards to the right, what she would have had. She just doesn't seem to have any kind of push or hold when the ball is just a little bit left. And if her whole line was further to the right, would the ball get down the lane a little bit easier, and maybe some of those balls would hold.
Madison
But just about every rough shot's been high, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
I don't
Yep.
think she's been light, so.
So she can max out at 191. Ashley on a 193 pace, already up by 38.
Oh. Threw the little bit high for a 7-pin. Pin stood up in the gutter there. I thought maybe that was going to tip over and give her a great break.
She gained about half the pins she lost in the first game back, though, with that.
Yep.
With that double there.
23 of it back right now, right? She's going to have 108.
So down 14.
So she missed it.
Spare is so important out here, especially in these matches.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's...
Yeah, with 2 games. And I mean, honestly, just to get to this point, how many kids can look back at their qualifying games and just look at a missed spare here or there, some rough pin count here or there, and it turns into a lot of pins.
Gets a nice break on the 6-pin, though. So she's still gained a little bit back, gained back 11 pins, so down 26. It would probably feel much better if it was about 14 or 15 right now. Ashley Chanel is going to advance here, the #1 seed for the under 15 girls. She's going to defeat Madison Janik here. A little light for Rhodes, leaves the...
It almost looks like maybe just not that I'm a huge carry down person, but just with that kind of ball speed, it just seems like the ball's pushing a little bit more. Either that or she's just amped up. I mean, her last shot there missed the head pin, right?
That is correct. Missed it to the right. Definitely not a fun spare to shoot at there, but handles it like a champ. Shot we expect to see out of Chanel. Rebecca can still gain another 10 here with a double. Currently down 24, can bring it to 14.
Oh, high.
That could be it for Rebecca. The 4.67. So in our under 15 match, Ashley Chanel 378 and Madison Janik 320. Ashley stays alive in the winner's bracket. Madison will move to the contenders bracket. Once again, double elimination format here. So Rebecca can get to 204 after the split in the 8th. Shinoa on a 183 pace. Should be enough.
Yeah, she's got a big enough lead. I just have to get through this and take a couple minutes and regroup and go to a different pair of lanes and fight back.
Yeah, certainly tough coming out here and not having too much time in between matches to really get a chance to focus on what happened, the positives and negatives. And that's something a great part about this tournament is something that gives these kids something to work on. Maybe if they don't respond as well as they would have liked, it's still a great learning experience for future endeavors, and obviously these kids are going to have a lot of opportunities at that down the road.
Yeah, I think it's good to mix up the format a little bit. You got to have some match play in there sooner or later.
Should know a little wide there, but she can cover the spare. Should be good to go.
I think she's ready to go to a different pair. She's having a little trouble on that right lane.
Takes care of the spare. So she brought back to a 1-pin match, so she is going to advance here, the number 2 seed overall. It's just a matter of the final score now.
Well, the last time we were here, it was a wood bowling center. I think it was 7 years ago. Junior Gold was here in Buffalo.
I believe 7 or 8 years ago.
This was the main qualifying house, and they had just resurfaced the lanes that summer, and they were touchy. Everybody knew right away from the first squad how, airport's going to be the grind house. That's the word went around, and I believe we had the finals here, semis and finals here also. So, but since then they've got some HPLs in here. I mean, 66 lanes, a little bit of variance across the house. For people that have never been here, it's 66 lanes, but there's actually 5 different bays. I believe the original house was only 12 lanes, one of these sections here in the middle. And they just kept adding on. So you end up having 3 sections of 12, well 14 and a 16 to get you to the 66 total lanes here. It's just kind of different.
Yeah, definitely something, especially if you're just watching on the live stream and you've never been here, you'd expect 51 and 2 to be the in pair of the house. That's actually not the case. We still go all the way to 66. Same way on channel 1 where Lucas is at. It looks like 1 and 2. That's actually 17 and 18. So something a little different. That I was telling Kim earlier. The only thing missing, you hang some banners down about halfway down lane. Kind of has a Peterson feel to it. Sure. And housed in this little cozy area.
Yep.
We are just about done here for round number 1 of match play. Or the first matches of round 1 here. Shanoa Rhodes is going to advance over Rebecca Fisher. She's up at 37 after game 1. Rhodes finishes with 387.
Looks like she tried a different ball there, maybe just a little experiment to get ready for her next match. So she's still thinking, keeping her head in it. That's good to see.
Certainly a smart move. At that point, that 10th frame, that 9th and 10th frame was basically a chance to prepare for our next match. Obviously going to a different pair of lanes, but definitely good to keep your options open. As Rhodes advances at 387 to 351, Fisher will go to the contenders bracket. And now we play the waiting game, Mr. Pearson.
We do. Well, I think I'm going to go figure out what my schedule is for the morning. I know we bowl at 8 o'clock. But we bring back some of the U12 bowlers, right? There's still, what, 8 in each?
That is correct.
Category there. And
only the under 15 and under 20 are bowling these first 2 rounds. The under 12 only brought 8 instead of 16, so it'll be, they didn't have to bowl again tonight. So.
And I heard they're in the last section here, but then because this is the live stream here, 2 of the U12 bowlers will actually maybe be over on 47 and 8.
Well, we're going to have the finals for both the boys and the girls here. So we will be We'll be taking care of that for the championship match tomorrow, so should be exciting.
Well, I'm going to go get that all figured out. so
right.
I'm not here all night.
All right, Mr. Pearson.
I may stop back, but if not, tomorrow.
Well, we appreciate you stopping in, and of course, always a pleasure to have you in the live stream booth as well. So thanks you for
Aaron.
providing your insight here and a little experience as the lane guy, as a father at the event, and just as a guy who enjoys watching bowling. So we appreciate your time and hope you can swing by again sometime soon.
All right, thanks.
All right, folks, that was Eric Pearson, the USBC Women's Championships Tournament Manager. And this week, the lane guy helped to run the crew here at the 6 centers for the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. We appreciate his insight. We still have one round of matches to come here. We are still waiting for a few to wrap up, so you can take this opportunity to turn over to Channel 1 if you'd like to see what's going on Lucas Wiseman's pairs. They are both broadcasting live from AMF Airport Lanes in Cheektowaga, New York, one of the 6 houses used for the 2014 event. For the first time ever, using a dual channel setup on Bowl TV. So Lucas is on Channel 1 at one end of the house. I am on Channel 2 at the other, so we appreciate you stopping by and checking out some great youth bowling. We'll be back at it in just a few minutes here once all the matches finish up and we get the correct participants to their lanes here. Shouldn't be too long. So this would be a great chance to flip over to Lucas's pairs on Channel 1. It looks like they still got a few frames left to go there. But don't go too far away. We'll be right back in just a few minutes with round 2 of match play here live on Bowl TV. This is Aaron Smith. Thanks again for tuning in. We will be right back from AMF Airport Lanes.
no, wait a few seconds. all of our family from back in Iowa is all sitting in front of laptops right now, and their little brother sisters are on there. Oh yeah. My mom says I can see the top of her head. So it's probably sorry. I'll see you later. Tracy said, "Is it on Rec TV?" What you know?
Tracy Allen said that.
Oh, was it Tracy Allen?
Whoever that is.
Oh, I thought it was her.
She's like, oh,
No, tell him you gotta have dish.
Tracy Allen.
She's one of my little friends.
Ella llegaba a Puerto Rico. Ella,
Should I ask this guy?
My mom said she raised that.
I know. She said call me and text me the way before.
hello.
Look at this selling thing out. Melody.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That completes round one. So we'll get round two started in a little bit. Scoring computers will come back on. We'll get the names in. Athletes will get 5 minutes of practice and we're ready to start round two.
Eres son brackets.
And competition ends after round two. Will continue tomorrow at 8 a.m.
All right, still waiting for round 2 of match play to get underway here. Just going to give you a recap of who will be featuring in our next match. On lanes 51 and 52, we will have a winner's bracket match for the under 15 ladies division. It'll feature the number 2 seed, Taylor Davis out of Burton, Michigan, taking on Kaylin Eder out of Lithia, Florida, the number 7 seed. In their first matches, Davis defeated Natalie Koprowitz, while Eder defeated Victoria Boughton. So we'll have that match on 51 and 52. And we have a contenders match for lanes 49 and 50 for the under 20 division. We will have Brittany Smith, the number 11 seed, taking on Shelby Durr, the number 3 seed. Durr lost to the 14 seed Brianna Clemmer in the opening round match, while Brittany Smith lost to Ashlyn Hersberg, the number 6 seed. So someone from the match on 49-50 will be their final match for the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships, presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. So we'll get those matches hopefully to you in just a few moments. I believe there will be a little bit of practice before the match. Most of the competitors have been sitting for a few minutes. Brittany Smith having some fun up there. Heard they had a lot of folks tuning in from back home, a lot of friends and family, so Brittany wanted to make sure to say hi to everyone, so hi to everyone checking in from Des Moines, Iowa. Once again, we'll be getting these matches to you as soon as we can. We appreciate everyone's patience as we get ready here. Once again, this is Aaron Smith here on Channel 2 of Bowl TV. Lucas Wiseman over on Channel 1. Hopefully he's giving you a recap of the matches, if he knows yet, possibly not. I am convenient to have the bracket board literally right behind me. It's boxing me into the live stream booth. But we got the scoreboards lighting up again, so that's a start in the right direction. As soon as I say that, they take them back down. But we appreciate everyone taking some time out here. It's Thursday evening. All right, 9 o'clock out here on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast, so we appreciate you taking some time. We've been here all day, had a ton of viewers, so we appreciate everyone's continued support here at Bowl TV. If you haven't had the opportunity to subscribe to our channel yet, be sure to do so when you get a few moments, so you can get all the notifications of our upcoming events. Bowl TV will be heading to Rockford, Illinois next for the BPAA All-Star. That's starting in just a few days on the 21st. Matt Cannizzaro and Lucas Wiseman will be out there for that. So there'll be plenty of action from there, as well as the Senior U.S. Women's Open. And then Lucas and Matt will be heading to Hong Kong in early August for the World Youth Championship. We talked a little bit about that earlier in the final advances round with USBC Hall of Famer Kim Kearney, also an assistant coach for Team USA. So certainly some excitement to look forward to. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook. The Sport of Bowling is at facebook.com/USBC. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/USBC. Once again, we appreciate the patience for everyone as we get ready for the next round of matches, hopefully right around the bend. Everyone hang tight, we'll be right back.
It's front page, it goes live streaming, and you go play.
So everyone sit back, relax, and enjoy. We'll be back in just a moment.
Athletes, please report to the starting lanes. When your lanes come on, you will have 5 minutes of practice.
All right, looks like we're just about set to get practice going again. So thanks again, everyone, for sticking around. Just a quick recap for the under 20 division. Give you a quick rundown of the winners in the under 20 and under 15 divisions. Here on the ladies' side for the under 20s. The last person in, Stephanie Schwartz, who had the big finish on the 35-foot Beijing pattern. She upset the number 1 seed, Melanie Hannon, in Cheektowaga, New York, who's already earned a spot on Junior Team USA for being one of the top 2 finishers through the 25 games of qualifying. Rachel Albright defeated Casey Gotel. Elizabeth Kulkin defeated Emily Strombeck. Defending champion Julia Bond defeated Emily Eckhoff. Caitlin Simpson defeated Jessica Milat. And as we saw on our feature pair, Shanoa Rhodes defeated Rebecca Fisher in the first round. And of course, we already mentioned our contenders bracket match on 49.50. Brianna Clemmer defeated Shelby Durr to send her to the contenders bracket, and Ashlyn Herzberg defeated Brittany Smith. So now Durr and Smith will face off to stay alive in the 2014 event. And the under 15 side, we saw Ashley Chanel defeat Madison Janik in the first match. Amara Spites defeated Kennedy Laughlin. Leah Glazer defeated Elise Stevenson. Danielle Jedlecki, defeated Paulina Torres. Brogan Zengel defeated Dakota Ficini. If I am saying these names wrong, I do apologize. Doing a lot of this on the fly here, so hopefully people will forgive me if I do mess these up. So I do apologize if they are wrong. Crystal Elliott defeated Emma Elfrink in the opening round. And of course our match on 51-2 features two folks who won their first match. Caitlin Eder defeated Victoria Bodden, and Taylor Davis sent Natalie Koprowitz to the contenders bracket. So there's a recap of the under 20 and under 15 matches. Wish I had scores for you. Afraid those aren't up just yet. But we're in practice now, and we'll be good to go in just a few minutes here. So everyone, sit back, get ready. We're bowling on the 39-foot WTBA Soul pattern. This is 2-game total series to determine who advances and who may or may not go home in the contenders bracket match on 49.50. The loser of that match will be done for the 2014 Junior Gold Championships. It's a winner's match on 51-2 for the under 15 class. So the winner will be one step closer to getting themselves in the title match for the under 15 crown, and the young lady who loses this match will still be alive in the tournament, will go to the contenders bracket. All right, practice is now complete. As the kids wait for some instructions from one of our tournament directors. All right, looks like we're all set to go in our under 15 match. Caitlin Eder and Taylor Davis will kick it off. And we're set to go on 49 and 52 in the under 20 contenders bracket. So everyone sit tight. We'll be here for both two games. For both two games. That's probably not correct, but we'll be here for all the games. How about that? This will be the final round of live streaming today on both Channel 1 and Channel 2. We'll be back at 8 a.m. bright and early Eastern time to bring you the conclusion of the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. After starting with nearly 2,500 participants overall, 2,479 to be exact. Currently down to the top 16 in boys and girls under 20, boys and girls under 15, and top 8 in boys and girls under 12. So you'll get to see the championship matches of all those on Bowl TV tomorrow. So be sure to tune in. Tomorrow will be Friday anyway. Nice easy day at work, so sure to take some time, tell the boss you're taking some long breaks, going to tune into Bowl TV. See some national champions crowned right here live. We are at AMF Airport Lanes in Cheektowaga, New York, one of 6 houses hosting the Junior Gold Championships. Great shot by Eder there. Strong start for both competitors in the under 15 match. We've already had one round of matches on these lanes, so they have been broken down a little bit. They did get a little bit of practice as well. 5 minutes. Early open for Eder, unable to convert the 610. We'll see if Davis can jump on the opportunity to build an early lead. She's been near or at the top of the standings in the under 15 division nearly all week. Playing a little more direct line than Caitlin right now. Finds 3 in a row to start the match. First strike of the match for Brittany Smith. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time at Grandview. A great freshman campaign over there. Earned all tournament honors at the 2014 Expo and Intercollegiate Team Championships. Looking to continue strong here, but that one gets away from her. Great conversion of the 2-4-6-10 by Taylor Davis. So despite the miscue on the first shot, no problem on the second. Shelby Durr looking to take advantage of the opportunity. A miscue in the third frame by Brittany Smith. Throws her first strike of the match. Eater comes in a little bit light, leaves the 2-8. Finds herself down 10 pins early on here. Oh, excuse me, 30 pins. Big double for Shelby there. Puts her up 24 early on in game 1 of round 2. See if Brittany can respond. Pretty good offering. Runs a tad high, leaves the 4-pin. Davis up in the 6th, still clean. That one looks wide off her hand though. Staring at another split on lane 51. This time the 2-4-10, but she converted the 2-4-6-10 in the 4th frame. We'll see if she can make another run at it here. Goes for it again. Only gets the 1 this time. Shelby makes it a 3-bagger on lane 50. That once again has a contenders match. So the loser will go home. Their 2014 Junior Gold Championships will come to an end. A winners match on 51 and 2 from the under 15 division. Caitlin able to cut the deficit to 15 with the spare in the 6th and the open from Davis. Durr crosses over, almost catches a nice break trip of the 9, but it ends up standing. Nice shot by Caitlin Eater there. Once again, this is a 2-game total pinfall match to determine who advances in the double elimination match play bracket. Great cover by Brittany Smith on the 3-6-7. To keep herself 33 down. She's going to need to get on a rally here to keep this match close. Don't want to get too far behind. It only being a 2-game total pinfall match. Strikes there. In the 7, generally, if you're at the Queens, Senior Queens Masters, Senior Masters, they are 3-game matches. But for the kids, only 2 here. Fantastic cover by Taylor Davis there on the 4-7-9. Fantastic conversion to stay ahead in the match. Shelby keeps the lead at 33 with a strike there. Correction on 51 and 2 here. So just the 6 pin stood. The 7 fell out late before the rake came down, so no issues there. Shelby leaves the 10 pin in the 8th frame. Caitlin looking to keep this match at 12 pins. Conversion here in the 8th. Not a problem. Shelby converts the 10 pin over there. Brittany really needs a double here to kind of cut into this lead. An early miscue in the 3rd frame. She's been looking to gain ground ever since. Comes in light, leaves the 2 pin on lane 50. She was high on that lane last time. Made a fantastic conversion of the 3-6-7. Great shot by Davis in the 9th. Keeps the lead at 12 pins. And she will finish up first here, getting ready for the 10th frame on 51. Brittany Smith is still down 33, getting ready for the 9th. After a few miscues on 51, Taylor Davis finds the pocket again. Playing him a little bit more direct on 51 and 2 than her counterpart, Caitlin Eder. Looking to make it 3 in a row here to cap off game number 1. A little wide, leaves the 2-4-8-10. With 3 of them, she'll be at 2-0-2. Caitlin can still get to 205 this game with all three in the 10th. The mixer for Shelby keeps the pressure on. There's a chance to shoot 235 this game. As Davis gives a few pins back there, finishes 201. We're in round 2 of match play here at the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships. Nice break for Eder, crossing over. Got to take them when you can get them, though. Shelby Durr to the left of your screen. Makes it a double to start the 10th. Keeping the pressure on Brittany Smith. She's going to walk away game 1 with the lead, just a matter of how much. Another shot to the left from Eder. Doesn't catch a head pin this time. So with conversion, she could be down 9 heading into game 2. Once again, a winner's bracket match for the under 15 on 51-2. A contenders match on 49.50. Someone is going home from that match. So Taylor Davis, 201. Caitlin Eder, 190. So Davis up 11 going into the final match. Shelby Durr finishes up 220. She'll have at least a 29 pin lead, no matter what. Brittany Smith can still get to 191. She's had some troubles on this right lane. Needs to find something. Talk about a rough break in the 10th. Makes a pretty good shot and staring at a 4-9. She takes the one to finish at 168. Finds herself down 52 pins, so that's going to be a monster effort in game number 2. Gonna need to switch something up. That looked like a pretty good shot on the to start the 10th. Just crept a little high. She paid the price, unfortunately, leaving the 4-9. Looks like we have something going on. 51-2, so that match currently on hold. I want to thank everyone once again for tuning in to rounds 1 and 2 of match play here at the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. We've been here since 8 a.m. this morning. We'll be back at 8 a.m. tomorrow for the conclusion of match play all the way to the championships rounds of the under 12, under 15, and under 20 divisions here at the 2014 Junior Gold Championships. We will see all the championship matches right here live on Bowl TV. So be sure to tune in. Messenger for Eater. Great shot there. The hit's still not going Brittany Smith's way. Mixer does not get the 10. Late hit on the 9 makes an early double for Caitlin Eater. Down 11 after 1 to the number 2 seed, Taylor Davis. Brittany Smith's going to need a very big game and some help probably along the way from Shelby Durr, excuse me. 220 to 168 for a 52 pin advantage. Tough break there for Davis on what looked to be a definitely not a 410 shot, but possibly just a 4. Surprised to see the 10 up there as well. We've seen her convert a few splits already in this match. She takes just the 1 though. Looks like Shelby's not going to give Brittany a chance in the under 20 contenders bracket match. Really double over there. Davis converts the spare. The lead has changed hands while Caitlin Eater was on the bench. See if she can keep it going here. Early double to start. Shot left the target, crosses over, leaves just the 5 pin. So with the conversion, she'll find herself up 10. Great shot by Eater on 51. Shelby Durr looking at back-to-back opens. Great cover by Davis there on the 2-7-8. Durr came into the match with a comfortable 52-pin lead. It'll be down to 51 if she gets 2 here. So quite a lot of room with nearly half the game already through. Once again, only 2 games in this, or 2 games to determine total pinfall to advance here. There's a nice shot by Davis. And Eder looks like she's gotten comfortable playing a little bit further left on the lane. Started with 3 out of 4 here in game 2. South 13 looking to make it 23. Great shot. Goodness, another open for Shelby Durr. 71 in the 5th. Brittany Smith on 2 strikes and 2 opens, though. Unable to capitalize on 3 straight opens here. Down 51, can cut into that lead a little bit here, but she's running out of frames. We'll need a string of strikes starting right here. And another split. Goodness. The 3-4-6-7. Davis struggling to get the ball to the pocket right now. Most of the shots coming up a little bit light. That one leaves the washout. So they make a run here. Eder looking very comfortable out there here in game 2. Only able to get 2 out of 5 standing. The lead now up to 38 for Caitlin Eder. Davis looking at another 2-7-8. She's converted one already in this game in the 4th frame. She's going to need to start striking soon, or otherwise she's going to move to the contenders bracket. Shelby Durr is going to keep her 2014 tournament hopes alive here. There's a 52 going into game 2, and it's arguably just a few marks away from punching her ticket to Friday's competition. So a 35-pin lead for Caitlin Eder here in the 7th. Gives a little bit back though, unable to convert to 3-6-10. Davis can cut it to 23 now. They strike in the 8th and the 9th. See if Caitlin can bounce back from the open frame. And another 7 count to 6-9-10. Able to convert to all 3. Davis is going to need a very big 8th and 9th frame though to put any kind of pressure on Caitlin Eder. Another shot right of target for Davis. All right, Davis down 26. Stepping up in the 9th. Needs to make some kind of adjustment here. Has been light past few frames here. Oh, that's a tough break. Makes the right move, makes a great shot. Stuffs a 9-pin. Shelby Durr is going to advance against Brittany Smith. So Brittany Smith's run at the 2014 Junior Gold will come to an end. Probably a day sooner than she would have liked, but still a great tournament, finishing in the top 16. Here's Eder stepping up in the 9th and the 10th. Humongous shot in the 9th there. Essentially locking up the match. Davis can get to 175. If Eder was to go 9 spare out, it'd be 191. She was only down 11 coming into the match. That is much more than 9 out. Big strike in the 10th will seal the deal. Caitlin Eder stays alive in the winner's bracket in the under 15 girls division here at the 2014 Junior Gold Championships. She'll be one of 4 left in the winner's bracket. So she finds herself 2 wins away tomorrow from for a place in the title match. It's a big double there. She'll be in the 220s. All right, 219 for Caitlin Eder. Puts her at 409. Once again, Taylor Davis can get to 175. Should put her at 376. Comes in light again. So Taylor will still be alive in the 2014 Junior Gold Championships in the under 15 division. Just has a little bit more work to do tomorrow to make her way into the championship match. Shelby Durr is going to walk away with the victory on 49 and 50. So 409 to 351, Eder over Davis. Although Durr did not have as good of an effort as she did in the opener of this match, it was enough to put her out to a big lead. Brittany Smith never got it going, and Shelby Durr will stay alive in the contenders match. So 383 to 294, Durr over Smith. So that's going to conclude our broadcast here from the rounds 1 and 2 of match play at the 2014 USBC Junior Gold Championships presented by Ebonite Columbia 300 Track and Hammer. Thank you again, everyone, for taking some time out and tuning in. On behalf of USBC Hall of Famer Kim Kearney and USBC Women's Championships Tournament Manager Eric Pearson, who stopped by the booth today to lend some great insight to this great event. I'm Aaron Smith, and that's going to do it for today. We'll be back on Bowl TV bright and early tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern as match play continues. We'll be all the way through until we have crowned champions in the under 12, under 15, and under 20 divisions. So thanks again. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow, and have a great evening. Thanks again.